Good morning. Good early morning. I'm Brandon Gordon Gab of GabGames.com. And this is No Man's Sky. I was about to call this shit Dead by Daylight. Hey, bitch. Do you really wanna go home? Go in the crib, still stab by the screen. Do donuts in the motherfucking parking lot. Listen to this shit. La 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 la. La 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 la. No, I'm not drunk. I just slept good. God. Stupid ass shit. First came with you. By being attacked. I slept so good, y'all. When I got off this game, I slept. And I slept. I slept. Then I woke up. Then I slept some more. It was very, very good. We almost got in a fight. Dream. Me and my cousin. Minding my own business. And it was already late. She saw a restaurant. She's like, oh, let's go. I'm like, nah, they're closed. You know? She's like, still, I want to see where it's at just because I want to know when I want somewhere to go. I'm like, whatever. Because you're driving anyway. So, get off the main road. We hit the side streets. I'm like, this shit about to be so hood. I could just tell by the location it's gonna be hood. So she pull up in the spot. I'm like, look. Gotta go there. This is the wrong spot. Because we pulled up into like a parking lot. There was a Harrods right here. But she wanted to go to a place this city ain't even got. It's an in and out. I saw it. So, like, you gotta go through there. Go through there. There's a bunch of motherfucking niggas. Not black folks. Niggas. Y'all know the type I'm talking about. And like, guys, you know shit's going down because they got some big ass speakers and they ain't playing music. Like, look, just keep driving. No matter what, we gonna make it right here. Shit like that. So, it's a little crowded. Like I said, it looked like they were just fighting. And bitch walk up to the cars, yelling at the cars. Bitch, 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 bitch. You know? And my cousin, she about ready to fight now. Like, don't worry about it. Just keep driving. Ignorant people do ignorant shit. And she listened. But she just couldn't understand. She's like, I don't get it. What I do to this bitch? didn't do shit to this bitch. I was just trying to get through. That's niggas fuck. You ain't gotta do shit. They wanna pull you into their ignorant shit. Best thing to do is not be ignorant. You can defend yourself and all, but we ain't, whatever they've gone through, we ain't had nothing to do with that. Like you said, we were just trying to get through.
Technology recharge.
Ignorant motherfuckers be ignorant. You know? And then, come on. Calm down. Then we found a stray dog. They're not sure where the stray dog came from. Like, I don't even get why we didn't go back home. Personally, just ended up hanging out. Found a fucking stray dog. It's like a golden retriever. It was cute though. You know, don't get me wrong. That's besides the fact. You know? Stray ass dog under a viaduct. Why the fuck we start hanging out under a viaduct? I don't even get it. Like, why? Park the car and we hanging out. You know, I guess we had to stop and have this adult conversation about the ignorance of the niggas. The more you know. But she couldn't, for the love of God, get it. Why? What'd I do to this thing? I gotta do that. Niggas don't necessarily mean black, but don't let nobody that's not black use it. You know, all black people ain't niggas. Them niggas is niggas. Them niggas smell like the red line train. Failure and anger. You ain't gotta do shit.
Technology recharge.
Do nothing. You know that bitch. She just can't get it. It's like it. Too frustrated. step back from my house. I work hard to make a lot of money to keep everybody on the other side of that wall. Yeah, she couldn't get it. Some people don't get it because some people can't find it. Motherfuckers just being so mad at their own life with no ambition that they want to take it out on somebody else. There are just people that just out here angry. Everybody's to blame but themselves. And sometimes, no, it's true. But not all the time. Sometimes, certain situations, it's true. It's like, you're not to blame for that. But what you are to blame for is this shit. Now here's what you can't control. But here's what you can. Sure, you can choose to be a nigga or not. Just like the equivalent of being a nigga for the whites, or in general for the world, is racism. Let's say you're born into a racist family. You know, racism, they always put racism on the whites. Racism is a multicultural thing. But we're going to put it on the whites today. You're born into a racist family. You could choose to be a racist. Or you could be like, fuck that shit. That shit ain't for me. Some people are born into families of niggas. The ones that's like, I was born into poverty. I ain't got shit. And I ain't never gonna have shit. Because they just believe that that's the way society is. You're either born and have, or you don't. Instead of, I could work for it. I could change my situation.
Technology recharge.
You know? And there's some that's like, you know, my parents are racist. I'm not racist. Fuck that shit. I don't gotta do that shit. I ain't gotta be with that shit. I ain't gotta condone that shit. And they make a change to not be with that shit. You get what I'm saying? Be born into a family of ignorance and choose to not be with that shit. I'm not with that shit. That shit ain't right. Something ain't right about that shit. There's people that want to do better and want better than to be like the white man. It's the white man's fault. You know? Like, at some point, we do deal with racism as people. For real. You know? But I think that goes for everybody. But I can't speak for everybody because I'm black. And I've dealt with my fair share of racism. You know? So I'm not gonna say that at some point shit ain't true. But it's only to a certain point. You know? Everything else you can make a change with. Even if you're not the most educated, you can still make the change. You know, you could choose not to be ignorant to the fact that it takes interchange first. You get what I'm saying? It takes self-awareness to not be an ignorant. It takes self-awareness to not be racist, to be like, you know, grandpa's a dick. The way my family think ain't necessarily the greatest. You know? That takes self-awareness. To be like, it ain't right. I don't have to live like that. Self-awareness tells you ain't got to live like that. That ain't for you. You know? So, at some point you gotta take responsibility for your own shit. For your own life.
Technology recharge.
At some point.
Technology recharge.
You know, for some people it hit them early.
Technology recharge.
Because even the kid know right from wrong.
Technology recharge.
But grandpapa,
Technology
why do you call
recharge.
the black niggas and the Hispanics wetback
Recharge.
and the Asians all Chinese? My friend is Korean.
Technology
Not
recharge.
Chinese. They're all Chinese. It's not right, grandpapa.
Technology recharge.
And if that's how you feel, you know,
Technology
grandpa Helper might
recharge.
come up with a reason because that's how it is. That's how it's always gonna be. And I'll never change it. Whatever. And little child, every time it's like, it's time to go see your grandpapa. I'm like, I'm okay. Can I stay here and clean out the shit? Like, you'd rather clean shit than be with grandpapa? Yes. Why? Because grandpapa is a racist bastard. Even a kid could do that. Like, I prefer not to be with grandpapa. So as an adult, why the fuck you can't? You know? Like, This lady, she made one of my coworkers cry. Because the lady was a bitch. She was a bitch. She like, Melissa's sweet, kind, innocent soul. And she gave Melissa some change so that she get back a full $1. Right? But she yelling at her, then like do this and do that. So she getting a little frazzled. And like I said, she was just a bitch and ignorant. So I'm like, don't worry, we can get you your change, this and that. And he like, yeah, because this bitch don't know what she's doing. If this bitch don't know what she's doing, she needs to get off the register, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, hold up, time out. We're not going to condone that. You know, I need you to respect my co-workers. She give you good customer service. I know she ain't yelled at you because Melissa's voice don't get loud. It's one of those, like, huh? What you say? We right here. What? So I need you to respect my coworker. You know, you gotta think about customer service and all of this shit and stuff we deal with. She's like, I work in customer service too. I'm a dancer. That's poor customer service. Like, it makes sense. Like, that is not customer service, ma'am, unless you're servicing the customer. It's like, it is customer service. I don't think she got it. But like, I'm a dancer. Like, bitch, why you ain't have fucking more seconds then? Fuck. But she just ignorant. Some motherfuckers just ignorant. Have to, don't worry about it. Don't worry about this bitch. Man, I just tried so hard. Man, she had no reason to be so mean. That's what that dream made me think of just now. How rude that bitch was. I'll fight somebody over this. Because she's a sweetheart. She's a real, real sweetheart. Like I said, I could be standing face to face with her and gotta be like, huh? Speak up, speak into the mic. So I know she ain't get loud and ignorant with this bitch. This bitch just ignorant. Whoop somebody ass. She started crying. I felt so bad. But no, I'm not for this. Caught this one bitch still. I ain't gonna never forget this shit. This shit was hilarious to me. I was kind of an asshole, but I wasn't. She brought that on herself, being ignorant. They come to me, the manager, she come to me. Cause Mary about that life. She like, this bitch still. No. I'm like, you want me to post up at the door or you want me to confront her now? She like, post up at the door. So she comes, she paid for one item, maybe two. But she had a whole bunch of like SpongeBob shit in her bag. I'm like, excuse me, man, you gonna pay for that shit too? She's like, I ain't got none of y'all shit. Accusing me of stealing the shit. I'm like, man, I can see the shit in the bag right here. Look, it's right there. We can see that shit. And like we just making shit up, bitch. And no, I didn't call her a bitch. And I'm like, it ain't like we just making this shit up. You see that shit right there. She look. What, you gonna make a big deal about me stealing? Like, that's a good idea. Hey, everybody, this motherfucker's stealing. She got our shit in her bag. I bullshit you not, bitch. Bring that shit here. Whoa, shit. This bitch still. Fucking right. May I be ignorant about it today. That's a good idea. You'll make a scene. That's a great idea. Everybody, this motherfucker's still. Oh, you should have seen the look on her face. The first thing you say when you do your job and you call the motherfucker out, you really like your job, huh? I'm like, hey, it pays the bills. It pays my bills, baby. You ain't getting out there sucking no dick to pay my bills. I gotta shake some ass. What the fuck is wrong with you? You really like your job? What the fuck? You want me not to like the motherfucker paying my bills right now? Ignorant ass people. You mad because you got caught stealing. Like, I'm the bad guy here. How dare I call you out on stealing? No. We got 3 types of stealers that come into the job. 3 types of thieves. We got those that don't need it, that don't need to be stealing. You know, just poor and just feel like they're entitled. You know, we got the homeless. And then we got kids. Usually between the ages of 10 and maybe 14. That's the kids' range. You know. You got the homeless people. And like I said, those that don't really need it. I think they just get a thrill out of it. Like, nothing. A lot of old people fall into that category. It goes back to me feeling entitled. You know, like, then you got people that are always trying to get a deal. They'd be mad as hell at me. I'm not dealing shit. This is not, let's make a deal, bitch. Fuck you want from me. I can't get this cheaper.
Technology recharging.
You know, fuck no. Fuck you want cheaper. I'll give you a hand job in the back. I didn't think so. No. Trick. I always want to fucking do it. But then don't never want to put their email in to get the 10% discount. If you put in your email, next purchase, you get a 10% discount. Motherfucker, you come in here all the time. Put your fucking email in. Like, nah, I don't want to. But you want a fucking deal all the fucking time. Motherfuckers won't even help themselves. I'm pissed. I'd be pissed.
Technology recharging.
Okay. Got all that stuff up there. I filled all those up. I could go look for some monsters. I was gonna hatch an egg. That's what I was doing last night before I got fucking tired of shit. I was already tired of shit. I was trying to thug it out. Like, but I was tired of shit. Fuck that shit. I'd be like ass to bed. When I told y'all I was going to bed, I literally, I went to bed and I slept. I woke up, like, I could get up. I slept 4 or 5 hours. Fuck that shit. Finish it out. And now I'm up at 3 o'clock. Talking about eating. I'm off today, so. I can thug it out. I can get a good hour. I can get a good session. Fuck that shit. Wait a minute, this is too deep, too deep. Gotta change the station. Oh man, it's too much maintenance. Not enough games. I want to go explore space or something. I just got there. I came here to rehatch. To hatch another egg. Okay. I can play landscape for 5,000. Called this the Mama's Bush. Create a game called Bush Trim. 5,000. And all we're gonna do is trim pubic hairs. Bush Trim 5,000. This is a hotel. Gotta get a little deeper. Developing the property. We got just about everything that one may need in the travelers. We got a car spot. We got an agriculture spot. Gun store. A whole bunch of good shit. Farmers market. That's our agriculture spot. Farmers market. Gun store. Car spot. We got the inn. Then we got the normal store. Mom and pop store. Each room has their own bathroom. Make sure we spray the bed first. And I tell her what their stink is. Put a lot of hours. If only I put a good time in anything like that. Oh, wait a minute, this is too deep, too deep. Gotta change the station, so something, 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 something. Then I hear my baby say, "Why the fuck is that down there? How that? Why? That was just on the roof. See the bullshit? Trying to get me to spend the navigation data. All that just to hatch an egg. God damn. Hey there, little buddy. How you doing? I'm your new space pappy. You can call me Pappy. Yes, Pappy's got some food for you. You're a hungry little brother, aren't you? can evolve retroviral power. Yes, I love you too. We're gonna be hanging around. This one's not too. Guess. Okay. Shit. That's what I was just hatched. And this was hatched before. That's like alpha. That's a thing. Aye. Go Power Rangers. Gotta toughen it up. Where's my bot? Had to fight my Titan, fight my Gundam. Cold and Titan. Let's have a train. Let's have a train around this park. You too. And go and get. Move it. Come here, little fella. Right here. I'm just Space Daddy. You call me Space Daddy B. Thought I had not my diapers. Okay, be out. Just did like 9 of them. Get out of here. Space Mom and Dad. I'm gonna get the farmer. My farmer's gonna stay here for a while. Where's the farmer? Farmer's upstairs. Upstairs. Yo. Trust you to take care of my cattle. Well, they're not really cattle. They're not for slaughter. But monster ranchers now. Monsters, as far as the eye can see. They're all going to be a part of our army. Yep, our army, my friend. You have any space lizard people you want to fight or something? Well, put it like that. Shake on it. But has to be ours. Promise. This is like a barbershop machine. So that the people can change their opinion. Why is it insufficient back? They have their own, that's a large refinement. Not connected to shit. That's why. Carbon. That, my friend, is how it's set up to me. Get anything else new? I'll add it here first. Actually, let's go on a little resource run. And then we'll scour new parts of the galaxy. Now this is pod racing. No, say not. That's a starship. Shut up. What's wrong with my fine Captain Buzz, too? I am a driver, I'm just gonna drive, bruh. Never stop driving, just keep on driving. God damn it. Why is he so cool? He's so stupid, but so cool. So stupid, but so cool. I just used a lot of it to create ion batteries. So I need more of that for sure. Carbon, I pretty much got carbon. I don't really need carbon. I need to fit like this. I think I saw a cave system nearby to get some cobalt. Hey, figured it out. I didn't speak him up. It wasn't me. I'm not gonna blame me for that witchcraft. Gotta have a point in. Phosphorus or cadmium? It's one of the ones that got an actual thing to it. So what y'all want to talk about this morning? I slept really good. I slept 9 hours. 8 to 9 hours. I went to bed early as fuck. Getting up getting up, like, waking up a little bit. Like, oh, I got a text. Yes, that's nice, dear. Going back to bed.
Technology recharge.
Slept good as hell. I slept 9 hours. While people are just coming in from the club, I'm just waking up. I just never got the club personally. Outside of trying to get laid, it don't make sense to me. You spend a day and a half worth of hard work in the club in 3 hours. To not get laid, to impress somebody for what? Try to impress somebody for what? Don't make sense. I get co-workers together, family together, spend $20 to $40 on a bottle, and another $40 to cater a small get together and have just as much fun in the house safely. And it still come out cheap. Because you're paying about $9. It depends. You know, if you drink beer and you get domestic, you're paying about $4 a beer. You know, then let's say you're buying around for the homies, 3 to 4 people, that's $12 already. If you get a drink, you were looking close to $12 to $16 with tip. You know, and that's for one person, yet alone around for everybody. I could just buy a cheap bottle of liquor for $16. Everybody get fucked up.
Inventory full.
It just don't make sense to me. It's not financially responsible. And that's the best type of responsible. I don't want to go to work, and then you spend no less than a day's worth of work at the club in less than 2 hours. Just sit there and talk about you don't like people, for them to play music you don't like. It don't make sense to me. That sounds like hell. After a hard day in hell, they make you go to the club and dance to music you don't like. Amongst a bunch of people you don't like. Sounds like hell. That's what I imagine hell being like. There's nothing about that shit to feel. Nothing about that shit to me. Hey, you wanna go be around a bunch of drunk, ignorant people? Does not sound appealing. Like 3 clubs in my entire life. Maybe 4, and 2 of them been strip clubs. Yeah, I've been to 5. Been to 2 strip clubs, 2 reggae clubs, 2 gay clubs, so 6. Well, time for me. My friend, she took me to a good club. Actually, it's always ladies. She likes it. Because we went to Dave and Buster's. First time we went to Dave and Buster's. They like closed for a private party. Fuck. She's like, I know a club around the corner we could go to. Drinks on me. Oh God, fuck it. Let's go. Get there. I hear Britney Spears Toxic playing. I'll never forget that shit. Yeah, Britney Spears Toxic playing and we fucking, before, as we walking up the stairs. It's like, I want you to know, before we go in there, it's a gay club. I don't give a fuck. We're already here now. I'm not prejudiced. What the fuck? But thanks for the warning. I kinda got the signs. The sign. Playing fucking Toxic. That night was nuts. That night was nuts. I think me and her had sex for the first time that night. That was crazy. Her, she. Crazy. We met this couple at the bar. And motherfucker, he like, I could buy y'all drinks and stuff. Woo, out the band. I'm like, hey, heads up, it's free drinks. You know. But next thing I know, the girl I came with and his girlfriend, they making out on my lap. You know, shit like that. Like me and her, we were just friends. We weren't together technically. We were just friends. They making out on my lap and shit. And it's like, be right back. I'm gonna have to take this bitch to the bathroom. Like, I wanna go. You know? So they leave. I'm just sitting there, back to the wall, looking at the crowd. You know, and the guy like, you want another shot? Like, why the fuck not? And this guy keep talking to me. Keep talking to me. You know, then he started flirting with me. Like, oh, buddy. Kept trying to touch his knee against my knee and shit. Oh, like, what the fuck? This shit weird. You know? So, me and her, we ended up going back to her house that night and shit. It was pouring out, raining. I remember that shit. They were like, we'll give y'all a ride. I'm like, shit, it's raining. We need that ride. She's like, we'll get a taxi. Don't worry about it. You know, so we get a taxi and we go back to her house. And I clap them cheeks. It wasn't the greatest sex. It wasn't the worst, though. Had worse. That shit was wild. So, I started, me and my daughter's mother broke up. I started dating this girl I went to elementary school with. She hit me with the, Brandon, I'm pregnant, and it's yours. Right, I know you're like, how the fuck you get into this story? But listen. So she's like, Brandon, I'm pregnant and it's yours. I'm like, I don't remember busting that, but nuts up in that. I don't even remember busting a nut. But, okay, maybe. You know? But anyway, I'm like, not until I get the DNA test, shit like that, will take it any further. Baby shower time. I'm at the baby shower. And her father all like, I want to talk to you for a minute. Can you walk with me to the back porch? I'm like, sure. Walk to the back porch. Her uncle's out there, her father out there, like, look, I need you to be honest with me. Are y'all together or are y'all just like messing around? Like what? I need to know. You know? I'm like, technically we were just messing around. We were just fooling around. In front of him, in front of her uncles and all this shit. You want real shit, man to man shit. We were just fucking around. You know? I'm a good guy. I'm gonna take care of the kid if the kid mine. Who up the bed. I'm like, I know that. You know, it's just, I could look at you and tell you that. I just wasn't sure, you know, because she don't talk to me that much. She love me to death, but she don't talk to me that much. And I want to know what the fuck we actually looking at. Now, I can get that. So, that's what we, you know, that shit. We would go through that shit. And I'm looking at this nigga like, this nigga look familiar. But I can't place where I know this nigga from. You know, it didn't hit me until like a year later. I'm like, oh, that's the nigga that was in the bar trying to hit on me. That shit is the craziest shit ever. I'm like, I guess it runs in the family. The whole family wants to get in my drawers.
Technology recharge.
That shit fucking hilarious. A dirty job. Now, where do I go to get these samples? Recently fed creatures. Do I look like I feed creatures? Then I'm gonna cancel that mission. That shit was fucking hilarious. I'm like, that's the nigga. Oh shit. Crazy. I ain't never tell her that though. You know. But like shit, real shit. We just fucking around. It ain't nothing serious. Y'all looking at me like, y'all wanna know? First of all, I ain't no punk bitch, pussy ass nigga. Daughter wanted the D. Bang, 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 bang. She got it. I don't even think the kid mind. You know, if he didn't ask me a specific question, I'd get all real with him. I don't think the kid mind. Bitch lying. Bang, 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 bang. But, you know, I kept it professional. I kept my cool. Turns out the kid wasn't mine. But I knew that. I knew that going in. Like I said, I'm lying. For that kid to be mine, bitch. First time I went up in you, I had a nut all up in you and get you pregnant. And I don't remember that. You know, I'm not a drunk.
Navigational data received.
But I thought I did the fisherman. Checking resource depots and shit. I remember that. I don't drink like that. It'd be like I got blacked out drunk or something. First time I slept with her, she had some dude take her out that night. Then she called me. I was waiting out there on the, when she was on her way back. He dropped her off. I got the goods. Bitches ain't shit. And the good thing is, like I said, fucking record. This happened after my daughter, mother and I broke up. Went on no cheating shit. Oh, it kind of set me up for death. Wasn't on no cheating shit or nothing like that. Just, I'm handsome, I'm smart. When you want me. But we wasn't even broken up like a month or so. So, I know she probably felt like it. I'm this cheating bastard. No. didn't appreciate what you had. You know, you did not appreciate what you had. You gotta admit that. You know, there's always somebody else that wants what you got. Remember that shit, 'cause I'm hot. No, and that's why I try not to. Because I know that. It's like I say all the time. It's not that she's a bad woman. She's just not the woman for me. Some source, somebody will love her somewhere. She's not unlovable. At one point, I loved her. You know, somebody will love her somewhere. She just ain't for me. It's for the streets. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. From my perspective.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
And that's maturity. You know? That's just maturity. Got the banger on. Wait, nope. I don't think it's the wrong thing. Everybody ain't mature. Oh, that is the wrong thing. Archive beautiful.
Radiation protection falling.
I ain't got no. Follow me, robot. But crazy, 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 crazy. Ain't that about a bitch?
Radiation protection falling.
It hit me. It hit me one day out the blue. I was like, oh. My dad was the guy from the thing. What a coincidence. But yeah, that was the first time I went to Dick Road. But then, I got a lesbian friend. She was with me one night. Let's go. You going out with me tonight? I don't want to go nowhere. Man, shut up. Let's get out. This is not a lie. Fine.
Technology recharge.
Go out again. I'm about to park. She's like, okay. Heads up. I want you to know this is a gate. Fine. No.
Radiation protection falling.
No, no. First of all, I don't want to do that. So, that's the reason. What happens when I'm tired?
Technology recharge.
This fat
Technology
chick,
recharge.
she tried to get me.
Technology recharge.
I gave her my number. Like, not my type, but beggars can't be choosers. Not that I'm begging. Jeez.
Alert. Navigational data received.
I'm not, like I said, I'm not a go out to type of person. Don't really care for it.
Warning. Sentinel combat unit deployed.
So thank you, big girl.
Unit
That shit. Don't He looks lonely and desperate. That's the way I took it. And he looks lonely and desperate. I can get him. Tad bit lonely. Tad bit. Twisted. Just because I game all day don't mean I'm desperate. Don't necessarily mean I'm lonely. That's a misconception. That's a prejudice. Stereotype. Just my type. No, desperate. Fed me some alcohol. I probably would have done that. But I didn't want to do that. Like, fuck no, kid. That's just me. Ah! Ah, I'm afraid. Those worms have scorpions. Oh! Run up on me again. I'm a bad man. What the fuck is my... Prepare for Titanfall, bitch. Gundam, calm down, Titan. Lay low.
Warning. Sentinel combat unit deployed.
What the hell is so far? Space sword. Let's go, Titan. Break it down into the vehicle. It breaks itself down and carries itself. Storage. On to the next. On to the next. Just build up these thrusters.
Technology recharge.
What's that? Behind the floor? I know when to see.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
Ah, shivering timbers. What's that? Shit. I wake up the birds who are the nerve to sleep. I'm catching my second wind and taking the first one in. I'm in. Focus, man. I circle the vultures in the van. Making that bud. Stay with me. Got a lot of these buds, you see. That many buds are illegal. Organization is key. Make more of those. I got more of those. How about here? I can get more ferrite. You wanna run up too? You wanna run up too? Who else wants some? My dog's bark louder than yours. Ah! Get off me! Get off me! Oh! Big dog. No! Oh. She's playing leader. That's my mind again. Bird. You want some of these flowers? Come here, Articuno. Who's in the Articuno? Whoa. You heard me wrong.
Technology recharge.
Whoops. I guess they're so far out. All at once. Oh my lord.
Technology recharge.
That would be magic. I know I'm on a mission. Favorite shooter of all time. Basketball. I'm talking about basketball. Not in the field. Probably would be old way around. Get that? Not prime, yeah. Oh yeah, that couldn't jump anymore. That time you couldn't jump shooting because you have to evolve with the fucking game. People don't get it. Sometimes sometimes you gotta evolve. And that's why, technically, Brian ain't my GOAT. He didn't evolve with the game. He hasn't had to change his game style. That's why Michael Jordan can't be my GOAT. He never changed his game style, his play style. You know, like even I, as a balanced gamer, have to be like, fuck a certain type of game. You know, free-to-play games just ain't it. Not that there isn't any good ones. Like technically, mechanically wise, Apex Legends is the same thing. Fortnite is a solid game. It's just what they stand, what Apex stands for. I fuck with. But then, what's the other game I just mentioned? Fortnite. It just has its flaws. Fortnite tends to get a little boring. I don't think anybody can tell me I'm wrong on that, man. Some of the better game modes are not featured game mode. But Fortnite has died a long time ago. Fortnite probably got more money out of me than Apex. Fortnite died a long time ago. They just can't admit it yet because they still got a good fan base. And there's nothing wrong with having a good fan base. But Fortnite, certain games kill themselves. Free-to-play games kill themselves. They come dead in the water, so to speak. Especially when they start making money. Fortnite can't rebrand. All the money people put into a game like Fortnite. You know, I myself, if I would have put a little bit more money into a game like Fortnite, than into Apex, it would have been a lot harder for me to quit. But it's like game, practice, business practice. I gotta quit. But people put so much money into Fortnite that they can't shut it down. Because they can't shut it down, they can't necessarily rebrand it. Because if they were to change Fortnite, they're trying to slowly with the Lego stuff and all of the companion stuff. They're trying to turn it more into more of a MMO versus a battle royale. But eventually you have to take out the ring. You can't have a limited MMO, massive multiplayer online game. You can't limit the time. It just don't work. So they can't shut it down because people pay so much money. They can't rebrand without the risk of alienating the current people, their core fan base. You know, these are the only people that's buying our fucking game. We can't afford to get rid of the only people that's playing still. And they're playing because they invested so much money. You hoping that the fan base quit on you before you have to quit on the fan base. But you know, so it's not that they're too big to fail. It's just a lot of people lined up to see the Titanic sink. Gotta see. A lot of people lined up to see the Titanic sink. See, I need to get the copper. And I think that's what's gonna happen. You know, so certain they just right, you're not too big to fail. Just you gotta let the boat sink. You can't repair the boat. Boat's gotta sink. Like I played Duel Links, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. I actually got some dope deck. The game itself is ass a little bit. It got mechanics I don't give a fuck with. But I've played that game for 5 years. Then my first year I invested in just to be able to feel good deck. Why? Because I believe, you know, I wanted to learn how to build decks and how to play. But starting to feel like Yuki's going hard a bit. You know, I know when I'm playing against a computer, and instead of just being like they're playing against a computer, they still try to play it all bad and playing against real people. How do I know I'm playing against a computer? A computer don't give you a chance. The bots don't give you a chance. When I say give you a chance, like, I intentionally keep my normal base low. The reason being, I want to be able to actually build a good deck versus just trying to survive. Does that make sense? I want to be able to go through my deck and be like, okay, strengths, weaknesses, and where I can improve. You can't do that if you're always fighting for your life. You gotta be in a controlled environment where you can actually go through your deck. That's why I keep my base low. But if the computer got an upper hand, the computer just gonna try to get the match over with. The computer don't try to build It don't try to, you know, stretch out the match. Don't give you a chance. Like I get computer chances, stuff like that, just so I could go through my deck, so I could cycle through it. Be like, overall, this is how it's supposed to work. You know, here's the quick and the fast, and here's the long term, long play. And it just missed that human element, which is I don't have to attack. So I know when I'm playing against a person and I'm playing against a computer. You know? And then you got things like skills. I hate deck skills. It's so ass. It's the equivalent of playing a kid. Man, like, I get an extra 1,000 life points. Why? Because I said so. That's what deck skills are. They're the equivalent of that. You know? In a game where the computer already is less forgiving and just put them out of misery, to have a skill for the computer to be like, here's my best card now, on my first draw without having to draw a card, is ass. Like I said, the computer don't build. And those that don't know what building is in Yu-Gi-Oh, it's, I gotta play, right? Here's my play. I got a Kaiba deck. My Kaiba deck fucking dope. The only thing lacking in my Kaiba deck is my back protection. But once my Kaiba deck rolling, my protection itself is just calling Blue Eyes out the ass. Like, I recycle Blue Eyes so fucking much. You know? I recycle Blue Eyes so much. It's like, damn, how many Blue Eyes you got? But that deck's so dope that I put together. And then I started getting creative with the deck. Like, I got a Dragon Ball Z deck where I run twins. Like, it's like an Android deck where I run twin cards, male and female counterparts, and like I could summon the Eternal Dragon, and it's crazy. It's crazy. But anyway, that's how creative I've been getting with my deck. And again, you know, people don't get it. You could build. In order to get, like, I don't want to give out the secrets to my kind of deck. I got a Magician deck, right? And the big play in the Magician deck is the Quintet Magician. The Quintet Magician, you have to summon it by using Magical Fusion, I think is what it's called. And I have to sacrifice 5 spellcasters from my field and or my graveyard of separate types to summon it properly. Because when I summon it properly, it destroys all my opponent's cards on the field. But you have to have 5 separate magician or spellcasters in order to summon it properly. Like, I could summon it using 5. Like, if I double the cards, I can't get the effect of destroying all the monsters. I can still summon it. It's still strong, but I can't. But it's just not the Quintet Magician. So the goal for me is to get my Silent Magician, my Quintet Magician, the Sunken Sorcerer, and either my Magician of Chaos or my Dark Paladin. I think that's what it's called. All on the floor at the same time. You get what I'm saying? But you can't do that if you're just playing to get the match over with. And the computer just plays it to get the match over with. This is why Yugi was like, that's not dual monsters. Yugi's grandpa, you don't know how to play dual monsters. Y'all just play strong card, get the match over with. Some people don't know how to build. So it should come down to the last play, technically, to have a good match. And some people don't understand that. Like, I was just playing the other day, and the motherfucking computer summoned Obelisk the Tormentor on my black ass. I was like, oh, I did not see that coming. But just my luck. I drew the card I need, and I basically batted away Obelisk the Tormentor without batting my eye. Without a problem. I forgot what the fucking play was. I think that was Macabre deck, too. No, it wasn't Macabre deck. I think that was the same Magician deck I'm talking about. Either way, like, Obelisk the Tormentor is just about a death sentence for the normal chumps. And, I guess that was the way of the game kind of tilting its hat to me. Like, I know sometimes it's bullshit, but here, because here you go. You could take Silent Submission. So everybody can't do that. Obelisk the Tormentor. Shit. What? Bullshit. I can't just battle him away. Next play, I'm like, oh, fuck out of here, Obelisk. How many times I got to stop coming over here on that bullshit? Get out of here. What's wrong with you? Cause game be on some bullshit. They know it be on bullshit. God, get off Minneapolis. But some people don't know how to build. The match is supposed to come down to the last card. You're supposed to play the long game because Duel Monsters is life. You know? Like set up for a long haul. And the only reason you show your cards is because you ain't got no choice. Ain't no more cards. So just to be like, oh, let me just destroy you now is kind of childish. Because you don't know how to build your deck. You don't know how to even let your deck build. Like, that's why I like my combat deck. I got so many different ways. I ain't gonna say so many different, but you know, like my alternative Blue Eyes with the special effect, I could destroy cards without harming life points. And I try to find ways like that when I'm building the deck to destroy cards without taking life points. So we can still have a little action. You know, and then sometimes it may be like the art of the banter. You know how they talk with each other and go back and forth and shit. Like, you gotta understand the art of the banter. Like, you know what? If this card wasn't in my way, wink wink, I had something for that ass. Like, really? This card, Yugi? It's no longer in your way. Show me what you got. Get what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to destroy that card because it's in the way of me building. Like, it'd be a shame if the Dark Magician were to make this card disappear. Good thing my magician has no shame. You know, to help place the next card so a motherfucker can build. Working together, but you're not working together. The art of the duel. Some people don't get it. That's why Grandpa like, y'all motherfuckers don't know what y'all doing out here. Y'all still kids. Shut the fuck up, old man. Nobody asked you. Like, Grandpa, how did you get hurt playing a children's card game? I don't know, Yugi. But somehow I did. I don't really use that yet. Salvage glass. Did I put salvage glass in here? It look like it should go in here. I'm not ready to use that yet. Go in there. Understand them that blood. Some people don't get it. Some people still play like kids. I guess I can't put that up. I can't read. It would be good to hold that on me. Like that. Just in case.
Inventory full.
Some people don't know how to play. Just play like kids. Rawr, I'm attacked. So it's important to actually learn how to play. And that's why I got Duel Links, because I wanted to learn how to play. But the original point I was making is I won't play, I think it's Duel Masters or Yu-Gi-Oh! Masters, because I can't take my deck, which I invested real world money in, over to Duel Masters. So every other Yu-Gi-Oh! Game right now is dead for me. And Duel Masters probably got a better format. But I won't play it. And that's the same thing, the same problem games like Fortnite face. This is what happens when you when you rely on microtransactions. If you're not willing for that game to be your end all be all, then you got to stay away from it. Because some developers, they really get into it like, I don't have the money to develop, and microtransactions help with that. Well, at what point do you say, I got enough money to finish development, I'm no longer accepting microtransactions. Here's the perks for those that were there before, but going forward, this is just what it is. It's not a lot of developers that's like, fuck that, when they're making that money. Because it's supposed to be made, microtransactions are for independent developers who don't have the money to pay others to help them or to quit their full-time job to pursue game development. To help them pay bills and stuff while they're developing the game. Pay people. At what point do you say, I got enough, I could make this a full-fledged game and see what we make? And the fact that so many people have been corrupted by microtransactions, they killed their games because they killed not just the game, but even possibly the future of the game company. Because right now, this is all you got to be known for, and then on top of that, how do you move on to the next project and don't risk alienating your current fan base? So microtransaction is the first way of killing off your company. Really, the same thing that helped it get on its feet is this biggest curse. It's a gift and a curse. If Fortnite shut down right now, do you think their fan base is like, okay, but all these companies they give off the impression they're a live service game, when it's like, not really. Because Fortnite, Apex Legends, like, they could take the Duel Links, Model. Duel Links is no longer, they say it's a live service game. They might get updates every blue moon, but it's not really a live service game. They're like, here's the loop. We let you unlock shit a little bit faster and all of this shit. Just stay supporting the game. Here's the loop. You know, Fortnite can say, here's the loop. Apex Legends can say, here's the loop. You know, lifespan of a season. Within the lifespan of a season, you get 2 events, 3 events maybe, which could be recycled events. You know, or recycle skins. So somebody like, well, I got them all. I need new skins. And then they realize, like, oh, I haven't updated this shit in a long time. Have they? Making Apex coins and shards and things a little easier to keep your fan base happy while you create the next project. It's just clockwork at that point. You know, Christmas and Valentine's Day and all these holidays. You get special events. The Hollow Bash, rinse and repeat. You know events gonna come up for these. Just to have set events, man, what the fuck is wrong with that? You should have enough maps where you could rotate out maps per quarter. These the maps in rotation for this quarter, this the maps in rotation. You can set an algorithm. You know, 2 maps gotta go and 2 maps gotta come in. Or you can take out one. One map gotta go, one map gotta come in. The previous map that, you know, like if a map been there for 3 cycles, it automatically gotta go. Type thing. To me, like, not to recycle the map for a second. You can set a fucking algorithm for that shit. Stop charging arm and a leg. Have everything a lot easier to unlock, so you don't alienate your current fan base. They still feel like there's a reason to play, and that the rewards are getting better for the long-term service. When I say long-term service, the service of the customer by supporting. Because if the customer don't support, ain't no reason for your company to even still be around. Like, yeah, you gave us Fortnite. What else have you gave us? That's when they're going to try to pull out a Fortnite 2. Fortnite 2.0. Forte. Because they don't have nothing else. That's the only thing they know. Epic Games. What was the last Epic game? Good Epic game. What was the last game Epic Games made?
The last game Epic Games developed and released was LEGO Fortnite Ho, alongside Rocket Racing and Fortnite Festival Ho, which all launched in December 2023. While the studio has since focused on evolving the Fortnite ecosystem, they are reportedly working on a new Disney-themed extraction shooter slated for release later in 2026.
Gotta go Disney. Because Disney bring in the fans. But original LEGO Fortnite, they don't have any ideas. Disney like, we could use a new game. Get what I'm saying? So Disney like, okay. People know you got. Just like they used Respawn when Respawn was making all that money. Like, come on, you're gonna do our Star Wars game. Like Fortnite, which isn't bad. It's not the greatest. It ain't bad though. But they haven't made anything like, you know. Who needs to make something else when you got Fortnite? Like, last time I checked, your numbers were dropping. Apex Gundam Effect just beat y'all out, which doesn't mean, it just means that people don't have the right games. You know, they don't know they're not marketing to the right people because they lost. They're lost. Epic Games can't market to the right people. The Simpsons probably was the last big thing for Fortnite because the Simpsons lifespan spans over 20-25 years. You get what I'm saying? The people with the expendable money, you finally found something that reached those people. Gundam spans 20-25 years. So you finally reach the people with the expendable money. But to be like, okay, every blue moon I jump into Fortnite. I might drop a dub or buy me some skins because I don't play this every day. For your everyday gamer, that's not going to please your everyday gamer. You know, it's just going to bring in people who's like, ooh, I like that. Let me test it out. It might spend some money. But your core gaming group, who's been gaming for 20-25 years, don't buy in to the free-to-play market. Because we came from an era where we had to play without memory cards. We've spent quarters at arcades. We've had to play without memory cards. We actually had to sit and play a game through multiple times in order to unlock shit. You know what I mean? We know gaming and paying to unlock shit isn't gaming. That's why we bought consoles. We not spending all them quarters at the fucking arcade. We'll take the risk on a game before we go spend money on all that money at the arcade. Get it? The people with the expendable money that's willing to play, just not making what they like because you trying to hit people's pockets like you Debo. Debo gonna get his ass knocked the fuck out. This ain't Grand Theft Auto. This ain't real life Grand Theft Auto where you think you gonna hit a heist and hit the people's pocket. Because the people with the expendable money ain't playing. They're not playing that bullshit. Let me go get some OJ. OJ the juice, man. Be back. Okay, I'm back. Got a salad, some orange juice, some milk. Milk for my cookies after my orange juice. Salad. Bottle of water at my feet. No coffee. No caffeine. So, what's the name of that planet? Oh. To return to planet. Is this the planet they was talking about return to? No. Oh my gosh, I feel so claustrophobic right now. I don't think they got it. So, I never thought that I'd be the one leading the charge against gaming. But I'm willing to step in those shoes. And here's why. Because if you're not going to cater to the people that has the expendable money, that's the core fan base, then you're targeting kids. I thought that targeting kids was a bad thing. It's supposed to be a bad thing. Oh, you can handle it, bud. Come on, you bullshitting. That I'm going to be the one to be leading the charge. And that's because, like I said, they're attacking the children and the women. They're attacking the defenseless, those that don't know any better. If you're not making games for those that's in this realm, in this field, in this world, and you're making it for those that don't know any better. You know? Another check and balance, because it's all about checks and balances. You know? Dirt. There is this. Like I said, it's just business practices. If you're not making it for the people that's here, you're attacking the kid. Mom, Dad, can I have those people? We feed kids, take care of your responsibilities, get good grades, do your work. Sure, your kid should be able to afford what you want. And right now, as a kid, your only currency is doing those things. But those kids are going to become adults. And at some point, they're going to get cut off. They're not going to have the money to support you. And if you're like Quagmire, that's what I like about kids. I get older, they stay the same age. You're a predator. So at some point they're gonna be like, $20 for a skin? I can't afford $20 for a skin. I'm a college student, I can barely afford noodles for my dorm. I can't afford that shit. Who, what? No.
Product received. Product received.
When they gotta come out of pocket. Like, that's a lot. So if you're only targeting kids, you, my friend, are a pedophile. And you know it's true. Tell me I'm a liar. Call me a liar. Because you haven't thought about nobody else but the kid. Kid that has no idea of financial responsibility. Like, $20 for a skin ain't bad. I have to be like, damn, noodles survive for the week, or the skin. That skin shit dead. So your fans, they will grow up. I can't afford that shit. Now at their age, when they gotta get a job, but they can only work part-time because they are college students. Then they may have a car, start getting into sex and the opposite gender or the same gender. You know how that goes. Which require dates and going here and going there. I missed out on the whole PlayStation 3 era because I couldn't afford it. It wasn't until I could afford to buy my own system. But the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 3 lasted what? What was the lifespan of the PlayStation 3?
The PlayStation 3 had a production lifespan of 11 years, spanning from its initial launch in November 2006 to its final discontinuation in Japan in May 2017. While Sony ceased hardware production in 2017, the console's digital store remains active, and third-party developers continued to release games for the system
Thank you. 11 years. That's about right. I had a 360. Because 360s were cheaper, and they became more abundant because of Red Ring of Death. All up until then, before then, I was Sony the fuck out. Computer, then PlayStation really. No Sega computer, PlayStations. Well, I wasn't on my PlayStation, I was on a computer. But because it was unaffordable, PlayStation 3 didn't get it. You can find a used PlayStation 360 for $100, $120. Because Red Ring of Death, which forced manufacturers to refurbish a lot of them. Because they had to refurbish a lot, you were able to get them at a discount price. Because you're able to get them at a discount price, they became more abundant. So if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't even have a system. 10 years, 11 years. Before those that really care about it come back. Close to that. Think about that. And like I wasn't working, I just couldn't afford it. They got to get their own phones, take care of cars, take care of rent, transitioning over. You know? These are the people that you expect to have $500-$600 for a system, buy new games and or skins. Then when they finally can, you don't even cater to them. Some games are gonna die, man. See, it's the reason Nintendo survives. First of all, Super Mario is most kids' first game. Nintendo is most kids' first game system. And right now, they are fighting tablets and or phones. My bad. I don't need y'all to look at my ass like he's an ass. I'm eating. Finishing my salad. Nintendo understands our hardware don't have to be the biggest, the strongest. It has to be affordable first and foremost. So parents, like, I had a Nintendo growing up. Here's your Nintendo. Their games are made with kids in mind. Wholesome, bright, colorful, and it has a rigorous system. I'll go through that another time. But most games help with memorization of shit. You know? That's why they don't lean into the Call of Duties. And shit like that. Grand Theft Auto will never be a Nintendo exclusive. Because their games are made for kids. Young adults, even adults, know when you think of games like Zelda's. They're very complicated games at times. It's not necessarily made for a kid, even though a kid could run around, explore, stuff like that. Nintendo's got to fight with tablets now. A kid's first system is a tablet now. That's why they're around tablet price. Or they're trying to stay around tablet price. That's why they went back to the handhelds, the Switches. Where it could work as a handheld and as a docking station. Because kids are getting handhelds with tablets. Here you go, you little motherfucker, sit here, eat your chicken nuggets, and shut the fuck up. And that's just the truth of it. It's not a marketing strategy, it's not a business strategy. It's recognizing the pattern. not a free to play. Kids can't afford games. Let's give them this shit for free, then charge them out the ass for skins. They want to be individuals. They're gonna have to get a job, bum. You know? All right. But Nintendo understands that. They always understood that. So there's a difference. It's not necessarily predatory. It's understanding their lane. Okay, I got the right one. So, again, when that Fortnite crowd, like I know somebody is part of that Fortnite crowd now. You know, and the transition for him is a little bit, it's been a little tough. He the one that got me my job. Right now he ain't working. Like, yeah, I'm going back to school. So to say, do we still play Fortnite? Probably. But can he afford the skins for Fortnite? Probably not. His system, you know, kind of already putting them in a bit of a bad spot because got it through like basically a innocent thing, but if it's not paid off, stuff just kind of fucking yourself, fucking up your credit and shit like that. Let school alone, just fuck up your credit. You know, that's what kind of fucked up my credit. Student loans. Seriously. But, you know what I mean? But definitely ain't buying no game.
Technology recharge.
I go with my shit. I was hoping to encourage you. I just ran through some cities. Those things I couldn't. As encouragement or motivation, give me, hey, I'm stuff like that. I let him put my profile on his shit. So motivation, encouragement. Like, look, here. Here's my profile. I got a certain game for this shit. Just, I need you to come to work. I need you to do a full month of work. Give me that shit back. You ain't. You no longer have that. 4 months, no missing, no showing up late. Like, damn, you got a lot of games. And yeah, I've been building my library. I buy a lot of them too. You know, I don't just use the free shit. Not that I don't got, you know, from the PlayStation Plus shit. But I buy a lot of my games. That's why I work hard. I work, take care of my kids, pay my bills, and buy video games. That's why I work.
Technology recharge.
You know? Sometimes they're up to be like, yeah, you know, my dad got this game, my dad got that game. What game do you got? Right now, I'm using my dad's stuff. Dad profile. What game do you got? Get what I'm saying? And this is what game companies gotta understand. You're only as good as your user. Job. Be like, can't trick. First things first, you gotta bring your ass to work. Second, you gotta hustle up the hours. If you ain't up here trying to bust your ass for them hours, the time ain't gonna add up for you. That's where we separate. Time is money. Right now, time is money. So, I'm gonna hustle up them hours at the job. Because that's the money. You know, and it's different. Like, girls and boys mature different. You know? And you know, most girls, they want stuff. See, that's the beauty of at least having a daughter right now. Girls want stuff. Boys aren't materialistic as women. It's a real thing. You know? And because girls want stuff, they have no problems getting a job earlier. They have no problem focusing when it comes to that earlier, financial responsibility. Because they want stuff. They want to get their nails done, they want to get their hair done, they want this, they want that. So they focus on financial literacy better. Because they're high maintenance. You know? Boys don't really care They don't have much. They, that requires maintenance. Don't really care about clothes. Here it might need to get done or something. But to be like, to need to focus. Not until it comes time for rent do boys be like, I need money. Get what I'm saying? Because we're not high maintenance. And that's partly society, and that's just partly boys thing. When I say partly society, like, boys do all the dirty work, all the heavy lifting. We get dirty. Everything we do requires us to not really give a fuck about clothes. We can't give a fuck about clothes outside of it just being able to last. Cause y'all, I go lift that shit, go move that shit, go do that shit, and we get dirty a lot. So to care about being pretty boys as far as the best clothes and shit don't really matter. So we go do all the heavy lifting, we hoop, play football, get dirty. Clothes don't matter to us. Because we're just not made like that. That's not how society makes us. But that's why women right now have the highest graduation rate in college. That's why women have higher position in jobs. It's just they want more shit. Men just hold higher positions because we're trained to do. That's why it's a little easier for men to do shit. We're trained to do, not necessarily think, but because we do so much, we gain experience on the job. Because we do so much. Like, you don't want to do that. Look, the books say, fuck the books. I'm telling you right here, while that may be true, right now for this, we don't want to do that. Like, what do you know? You never went to school for this shit, but you know how it goes. Motherfuckers want to throw education into your face and shit. Okay, you know better. But it's just like, for this particular situation, you don't. Because the way this shit's set up, that's the fastest way to build. Just from experience. And that's why you like, how can, why guys make a little bit more or hold more position, experience in the field versus book smart. Person, I always use carpentry as an example. There's a lot of carpenters who didn't go to school for the shit. They took on apprenticeships, shit like that. Somebody taught them what they know. To be honest, to build 4 walls and connect them all together isn't really too hard. You know? Now, they might not know technical terms, like the thingamajigger. Pass me the thingamajigger. The fuck is the thingamajigger? The thing with the thing. You know what I'm talking about? Like this thing? Exactly. The thingamajigger. Now, what's the name of it, though? I don't know. But they could get the job done. Versus somebody who went to school, it's like, it's a wrench. Not that, that's an example. Not that people don't know what a wrench is. But experience. You might know what a wrench is, but have you ever had to put up a wall? Sit down, little lady. Get what I'm saying? I know it's a storm out there. And that's the difference sometimes. You know, because women get education to sit behind the desk. You know, men get education to make more money. Because we already know how to do. We just got to be able to articulate what to do in an understandable manner. But at the end of the day, nothing's more understandable than take A, move it to B, add A and B, you get C. This stuff makes that stuff. We need that stuff to put together with this stuff to make this. That's as simple as it needs to be sometimes. Overcomplicating shit with big words, big fancy words, like a wrench. You could call it the thingamajigger. You know? Sometimes it's just a bit much. But just fancy talk from the sophisticated people. And then there's just, look, this shit's so easy a kid could do it. Come here, kid. I'm gonna show you how to do this. Then we gonna see which one of y'all can put it together first. Like, really? Have me compete against a kid? Just proper motivation. He don't think you could do it, kid. Yeah, I'll show him. Do this more than I do his mom. Because that's how easy shit should be. You know, without a question, without a doubt. Shit should just be that easy. Like, ain't no way it's that easy. Yes way it's that easy. No way. Yes way. No way. Yes way. Because it should be easy enough for the layman, for just the common person to do it. It's shit. It's called common sense. Most things are broken down into common sense. Like, when it's pushed to market, like, it's common sense, right? I think that's the best. No, that's simple enough, right? By the time it's broken down for mass production and consumption, it's broken down to fucking. It's like that's simple enough, right? Like, yeah, I think most people can grab onto that, can latch onto that. You sure? I don't want it to be too complicated. Too complicated. We're not gonna have enough people to buy the shit because it's too complicated. So, you sure? Now come here, kids. I got a task. Who wants to make $10? Me. The first person to put this shit together get $10. Just to be sure. Now, how long it take? About an hour? $10 an hour, right? Now, $10 not enough. I need to make $20. Put $20 on the table and you got a deal. Fine, $20 to the first person who get it. Now, how long it take you? About an hour? And that's your minimum wage. $20 an hour to put together something you ain't never put together before. It's just common sense at this point, or am I the only one that's like, is it just, if it only makes sense to me, then tell me that I'm unique and pay me for my shit, man. Pay me what I'm worth. Pay me what I'm worth. That's all a brother asks. Like, that ain't common. There ain't nothing about that common. I do agree. I am slightly above the common mark. Maybe up a lot. I'm just trying to be humble. But no, that's just how it should be. Not doing this again. Yeah. It's common sense. No. Common sense is where the money's at.
Hostile scan detected.
common sense is where the money's at. Why? Because the common person can do it. The more people that can do it, the more money. Because everybody can do it. That's why it's common. That's why it's sin. More people that can do it, the more people get the money. Well, what do I know? I don't have a fancy college degree. Can't be school of hard knocks.
Technology recharge.
No, it can't be that hard. Nobody, all the hard stuff in society, in America, in most societies, is done by the commoner. Common sense, again, back to the word common sense. Most of the hard stuff is done by the commoner. Only people get education to get higher positions. To tell people what to do. They go to college, get education, to not have to do the work. So that somebody else do the heavy lifting. All the hard stuff is done by common folk. Sanitation, cooking, building. It took a person that could draw, pen and paper, to be like, look, I drew a building. I think it got a unique concept. It took a plumber who's used to a carpenter to be like, you know what? You make those walls, the outside walls 4x4, the inside walls 2x2s. And you should have enough space to run your plumbing, your electrical work, and your vents throughout the building. Just to know that you need your outside walls to be this thick, your inside walls to be that thick enough to run wire and pipes through. Boom. Pen and paper. Motherfucker with no education. Just built, It takes a little bit more knowledge when you're building skyscrapers, because you need to know proper material. And you need to know that skyscrapers are built, their base is built a little different. Why? I think skyscrapers are built to sway a little bit with the wind, as to not to put too much pressure with the high winds on the base. That's why they don't eventually crumble over. You know? The techniques, like, okay. But for a motherfucker to build the sky, to design the skyscraper, pen and paper. Nothing more. It takes an engineer to crunch the numbers and give you the materials. Here's the materials needed to build that. But the uneducated, the person that didn't graduate high school, that didn't finish college, you know, with a felony, is the one building this. Only educated person was the motherfucker that's like materials and to make sure that it's built properly. Motherfucker that designed it, uneducated. Motherfuckers that literally built the shit, uneducated. Motherfucker that probably owned the firm, the construction company, an architectural firm, probably uneducated. You don't need education to get a business license. You just need educated people to work for you at certain levels. When I say uneducated, I mean like higher education. College and up, like 98% of your workforce probably didn't go to college. The qualification was, hey buddy, can you lift heavy shit? Yeah. Do you know how to use power tools? Kinda, sorta. Don't worry, you can learn on the job. Do you want to make some money? Yeah? Let's go, you got a job. That's the other 98% of your workforce. 2% of your workforce requires a college degree. You know? Now, how did we get there? Common sense. And free-to-play games, and how in 10 years' time, most of them will probably die off. Because let's say you cater to 10-year-olds. You cater to 10-year-olds. Those 10-year-olds will be 20-year-olds in 10 years. 20-year-olds gonna need a job. They gonna need to take care of themselves. And they won't have the money for gaming. That's why certain game companies, I think, gotta go. Those that target children got to go. Because they're not doing nothing but trying to take kids' money. They had no intentions of dating a kid. And I mean not dating a kid, dating an adult. They're not filling a lane that needs to be met. They are catering to taking kids' money. That's why they need to go. No, they're not helping raising kids. They're just here to jack the kids on the way home from school. It's the difference if they were trying to help raise kids. They're just trying to jack them on their way home from school. Then they're not even making it a safe place to be like, it's okay for my kids to go there. Now, every time you go to this friend's house, you need money. What y'all doing over there? Y'all doing crack. Imagine that. Every time you send them to what's supposed to be a safe place, in this instance, it's the gaming world. Mom, I did my homework. Can I go play the game? Sure. I need $20 though. Every time you play the game, you need $20? Nigga, this ain't an arcade. I bought you a system so I don't have to send you to the arcade with $20 every day. The fuck are y'all doing? Crack? They're turning kids into crackheads and not certain games. Turn kids into crackheads and not into functioning adults. Gotta go. Your kid need $20 every time they play the game, and they play the game every day. Then I just gave you $20 yesterday. What you do with it? Bought these skins. I bought these coins. Over there scratching and shit. Come on, please. Please. I'll do the dishes. AKA, I'll suck your dick. With some more coins. I massage your feet, mama. The last time you had your feet massaged, mom. I massage your feet for these coins, mama. Sounds like a crackhead. Sounds like a crackhead. It's a difference. I game. I'm a functioning adult. I pay my bills. I game. That's what I do. I don't watch TV really. Don't care to keep up with new music. I game. You know, if I were a TV watcher, I'd have woke up this morning after my good 10 hours sleep. I slept for like 10 hours. And when I woke up, I'd have turned on the TV instead of turn on the game. I did laundry 2 days ago. I got a few dishes I could do today. But my laundry was done Friday on my last off day. Cleaned up my room that same day because I had company. Outside of dishes, ain't much for me to do. My daughter's like, she's staying home because she got to work this weekend. 16-year-old daughter. I told her, look, you better get you. I don't want her to have a job. I buy her everything she needs, but I'm like, look, I'm not buying no $80 fucking Legos. And how much you want? Roblox. How much? Didn't I just buy you some Roblox? You know what? I'm gonna get my own job. Cause you pissing me off, old man. Like, good. You afford your own drugs. I'm buying, goddamn drugs. So she working now. Even though I told her, she don't need a job. Just, again, girls mature differently. Because they're materialistic. They want shit. You give a boy a basketball, a football, a baseball, and a bat or something. You won't see them the rest of the day. Right, here's a basketball. Thank you. They gone all day. All they need is basketball. Basketball, $5. They don't even give a fuck. They feel like, what, you need lunch money? I'll figure it out. What you mean you gonna figure it out? Little nigga, what you gonna be doing out here? Hold up, time out, come back. What you mean you gonna figure it out? Look, don't worry. Miss Johnson down the street. She's old. She needs probably needs somebody to pull her weeds, help her with some shit. Give us a little bit of dollars. Maybe throw us some lunch. That's how easy it is, because people want men to do. That's why we stay fit to do. As long as you're fit and willing to do stuff, you don't really have to worry about much. Throw everything else at you. Hey. It's those strangers they talk to. Men have to deal with those strangers. Don't get in the car with strangers for cookies and candy. What if it's pizza? What they want you to do? What type of pizza? Hey, boys want some pizza? Just need somebody to cut my lawn. And that kid's kidnapped all damn day. Like, where the hell you been? We're walking to the basketball court. This creepy old man pulled up in a van. It's like, I'll buy you boys some pizza if you mow my lawn. We like, that shouldn't take long. It'll take about an hour. So we hopped in this van. You hopped in the stranger van for the pizza? Like, yeah, we had to eat. I told you I was going to give you lunch money. I told you we'd take care of it. But anyway, we got there. We were cutting the lawn, and then all of a sudden he's like, can you pull those weeds? Can you trim those hedges? We're like, look, you're going to have to give us more pizza. So we all got us a pizza apiece. Because they want, society want men to do. You just have to be fit and capable to do. And everything else gonna come. And that explains half the day. What's the other half? Oh, we were on our way home, and these girls were all giggling and shit. Hee 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 hee. And they're like, hey, can we have some pizza? Like, we had to work hard for this pizza. Like, we got ice cream. So we sat over there and we ate ice cream and pizza. Why? Because they ain't had nothing else to do. We had a need. They needed pizza. They wanted pizza. we had pizza. That's why it's so easy for a man to start over. You know, run away from his family, go to the next town over, work as a farmhand, go to a town he ain't never been in. You know anybody looking for work? The Johnsons down the street, they own a farm. They might need a farmhand. Can you lift heavy shit? Willing to wake up early in the morning? That's the first question. That's why on every application, what do you see? You know, at least as a fella, you know what we see. Can you lift more than 40 pounds? Can you lift heavy shit? Do you even lift, bro? That's why those that can't lift heavy shit end up in the office. Do you even lift, bro? Every application I've ever filled out, I never met one that asked me if I can't, about, that haven't asked me about lifting heavy shit. Every application. So I don't know if it's just me, you know, but I never had one. Like, can I lift heavy shit? What you mean? I thought I was applying for a desk job. Like, yeah, you never know when you gotta move some desks. Like, what the fuck? Can you lift heavy shit? What the fuck? You can't lift heavy shit? Sit behind a desk. You know? That's why it's just certain things, like, as a man, like at the job now, I do great behind the register. At the register, don't get me wrong, at the register, I'm a beast. I get the emails, I get, participation, all that shit. I'm a beast. But I feel like a bitch behind the register. Excuse my language. Not a bitch as in a lady, but like an incompetent man behind the register, because I belong on the floor. It's like being on the bench when I could be in the game. You know? Moving shit, fixing shit. I'm suited better for the floor as a man, you know. Behind the register, I'm great though. I'm better than most people behind the register, to be honest. But that's just my competitive drive. And not even competitive. I just want to be the best I could be. I don't even care about out beating and outworking the next person. Just want to be the best I could be. So when they put me behind the register, it's like benching me. Like, come on, coach. You know and I know I'm better on the floor. Like, shit, this is just where you need it right now. This is just where you need it. Put me in the game, coach. Because I'm supposed to lift heavy shit and move shit. No. I hate when I get caught behind that desk. Especially when I know certain people come in, like there's certain people I know by face that be still. When I'm on the floor, it's easy to, fuck that, move around. When I'm behind the register, they think it's sweet. Because they think I won't come behind that register. Like, he got a line. This is like they wait till I have a line. Like, ha, sucker, you can't move from nowhere. Try me, motherfucker. I'll leave these motherfuckers right here in this line. Everybody hold up. I gotta go whoop some ass. Now everybody want to see you get your ass whooped. Play with me. You gonna help me jump you because I'm holding up the line. And let that be a lesson to everybody. Don't come in here with that bullshit. I shit you not. But we gotta stop companies from attacking kids. I'm about to play 2K in a second. That's why I'm on this screen right now. We gotta stop companies from attacking kids. That's the big thing. Gotta stop companies from attacking kids. They make free-to-play games because kids can't afford games, right? That's an excuse. Free-to-play games with microtransactions. Like, if you're making a demo disc, I get. If you're making an actual free-to-play game, I can get that. It's like a mixtape. Rappers do mixtapes to keep their name on buzz. So if you're just giving out something free for the fans, I get that. But you're not going to say it's free to play and we're charging you microtransactions because we need money when you're fucking Call of Duty. Call of Duty make 90 million, 80 million in its first week, in its first day every year. 1 million people download it at $80 a game. That's 80 million before taxes. And that's being calm about it because their first week sales usually top more than 1 million sales. So they make more than $80 million every year dropping 2K. I mean, even 2K. $80 a game, they drop it every year. If you give me a free-to-play game, it should be really free with no microtransactions. There's no reason Call of Duty or NBA 2K or Madden should have microtransactions. It's unacceptable. You're not a struggling developer. It's unacceptable. First week. Let's see. How many copies of NBA 2K26 were sold this year?
NBA 2K26 has sold approximately 8 million copies as of early 2026. It was the best-selling sport.
What's 8 million times 80?
8 million times 80 equals 640 million. That is 640 million. 8 million times 80 equals 640 million. That is 640 million.
And that's at the base game. $640 million. And they still got the nerve to charge you microtransactions. Where is that acceptable? What, they need more money to make the next game? When they don't really change shit? There's no reason they should be charging you microtransactions. None whatsoever. This is predatory practices. Because those Fortnite kids turned into teenagers that play sports games. And they think it's okay. It's not okay. This is grooming. And they're not even grooming them to be of a certain pedigree. They're grooming them to be fucking crackheads. Like I said, I didn't feel like a man until I was able to buy myself my first gaming console. Full price. Like, the first gaming console I bought full price was my PlayStation 5. I had a PlayStation 4, but I bought that secondhand. Refurbished. It wasn't a full console. I didn't feel like a man until I bought my PlayStation 5. Because now I can afford my game system. And then I didn't just buy that. No, it was the PlayStation 4. Right, the PlayStation 5 was the first one I bought full price. I bought my daughter's PlayStation 4 Pro for her full price. That was the first game console I bought full price. My PlayStation 4 Pro. My daughter's PlayStation 4 Pro. I bought my PlayStation 4 refurbished. Then I bought my PlayStation 5 full price. And I bought my daughter's PlayStation 5 full price. But not until I bought my PlayStation 5 for myself did I feel like a man. For some people, it might be a car, whatever. I'm not into that. I'm into gaming. So when I was able to afford my first system by myself, no help, I felt like I entered manhood. You know, I bought my daughter a Meta Quest 2. She got the Quest 3, Nintendo Switch, all types of shit. But it wasn't until I bought my PlayStation 5 for me that I feel like a man as a gamer. You know, and they're over here, you know, trying to make microtransactions and things. 640 million every year, or just about every year, give or take. How many copies of NBA 2K25 sold last year?
As of August 2025, NBA 2K25 sold 11.5 million units worldwide.
What's 11 million times 80?
$11 million times 80 equals 880 million.
$880 million last year. $640 million this year. And they still got the nerve to charge for microtransactions. And that's just at the base form because they sell a special edition for $100 plus. This is why I will never buy another NBA 2K. Not until they change their business practices. As a grown-ass man that understand this shit and understand financial responsibility, not just from myself, but from these companies. They have to be liable somewhere. There's no way that a game company should be allowed a predatory practice such as microtransactions when they just made $880 million last year before taxes. That's last year's money. And they've been doing this for years upon years upon years. They on 2K26. Where do they have the right to charge microtransactions? Let that sink in, y'all. GG. Good game. Gap Games. GapGames.com. Talk about it.